In today's Minecraft build tutorial, I will show you how to build this simple fantasy castle in your world. We will learn building techniques for bridges, wall detailing, roof design, gardening, and so much more. My name is PhantomLimb, and let's get into it. A full list of materials will be in the description of the video. The first step of any build is figuring out where you want to put it in the world. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I have decided to build the castle on the hill behind me. You will need a 40 block by 40 block area to build this castle. If you want to build along with me in this world, the seed will appear on the screen and you can see the coordinates. So we are going to build the castle on top of this hill. We need to clear out these blocks here, smooth out the top, and get to a more uniform platform to build on. All right, so we have smoothed out the surface on top and we have a nice smooth platform to build on. We leveled out the build area to Y level 115. Let's begin by creating this outline. The castle will have 4 walls and 4 towers. For the sake of this tutorial, I have labeled the towers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's begin with Tower 1. Focusing on shape at the beginning, we are going to only be using stone, and we are going to build up this first tower by 12 blocks on every block in this outline. Now that we have built up the first tower, we will move on to tower number 2, also building it up by 12 blocks. A little tricky part here, when you get to this section, this block is not actually part of the tower, it is part of the wall, and I did not include that in the initial count to avoid confusion. Not sure if this is more confusing, but that block there will be part of the wall. And also in this section, this block here will also be part of the wall. So we will skip that. Now that that's complete, we'll move on to Tower 3 and build this one up by 16 blocks. And now we'll move to the 4th tower and build this one up by 11 blocks. We now have the base shape of the 4 towers in place. Let's move on to the walls. The walls will be 7 blocks tall. We now have all 4 walls in place, and at this point you can start to see the outline of the castle pretty clearly. Now let's work on the shape of the front of the castle. We need to count over by 9 blocks. Break these 4. We're going to bring this down by 3 blocks. So we should have 9 blocks on this side, 9 blocks on this side, and a 4 block gap 3 blocks down. Now we are going to extend this into a platform, bringing this out by 3 blocks. Once we have our platform, we will create a 2 by 3 platform, 1 block down, another 2 by 3 platform, 1 block down, another 2 by 3 platform, 1 block down. Then we are going to add in 4 blocks here and 3 blocks here. On the other side, we will do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then we want to fill in all of the gaps here. until we have something that looks like this. This is going to represent the main stairwell in and out of the castle. Swinging back to the front, we are going to build a 3x4 platform in line with our cutout and build this up by 4 blocks. Moving to the left side of the platform, we will build up by 12 blocks, and the same on the other side. Coming down 3 blocks from the top, we will go up by 4 blocks. And then do the same 3 blocks down, 4 blocks. Over here, 3 blocks down, we will build 4 blocks. 3 blocks down, we will build 4 blocks. We should have some kind of shape like this. We will build the same shape in this location. Move up by 12 blocks. Down 3, up 4, down 3, up 4. Now we should have something like this. On the right side, we'll bring this all the way up. On the left side, we'll fill in this gap as well. Now we will count up by 4 blocks and place a block here. Now we can fill this in. Counting up 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. We will place a block here. And we can continue to fill all of that in. Now that that's filled in, easily punch out these 4 blocks. Let's continue working on this front area and build the bridge. We will replace these 4 blocks at the entrance with dispensers facing up. This is where the castle gate entrance is going to be. We will replace this block with a stone brick and then count out by 19 more blocks. We will come back by 1 block, use regular stone, go out by 2 blocks, and then fill all this in. Now we will come back by 1 block again, go back to the stone bricks, and fill this in all the way back. And replace this block with a stone brick. Now that that's complete, we will move to the underside and place in a line of stone bricks in this location, and then a line of stone brick stairs, and another line of stone brick stairs underneath those blocks. Moving 1 block out, we will place stone brick stairs facing in this direction. Stone bricks. Another line of stone bricks. Build this part of the bridge all the way down until you hit the grounds, depending on where you're building your castle. These are the supports of the bridge, and in the middle, we will fill it in with regular stone. Place a line of stone bricks here, a line of stone brick stairs on the side, a line of stone brick stairs underneath. We should now have something that looks like this. We need to install 1 more support structure. Coming 1 block off of this stair, we will place in upside down stone brick stairs, and then a line of stone bricks. And then another line of stone bricks. This one will go all the way down to the ground. And the same on this side. In the middle, we will fill it in with stone. Place a line of stone bricks in the corner. Place a line of stone brick stairs on the side and on the bottom of the block. Swing back to the other side. Fill in stone brick stairs on the bottom of the block. You should now have a bridge that looks like this. Moving back to the entrance structure, we will replace these blocks with stone bricks. Do the same on the other side. Replace these 4 blocks with stone bricks. And do the same in this location. Replace these 4. And on this side, break the stone. Replace it with stone bricks. Now let's move to Tower 1, and we will break the single column and replace it with stone bricks. Do the same for all single columns in Tower 1. In Tower 2, we will do the same for every single column. Moving on to Tower 3, you probably already know what I'm going to say. We are going to replace the single columns with stone bricks. Once you have that complete, move on to Tower 4 and do the same treatment. Now that we have that complete, we will finish up the entryway of the castle. Start by breaking out these blocks. Replace them with spruce fences. Break out these 2 blocks. Place in a row of spruce fences. From here, bring the fences down by 3 on the right, 3 on the left, and 2 in the middle. Now we will place in stone brick stairs in these locations and on the other side of the gate. Place in stone brick walls in these locations on either side. Now we will move to the roof. Start by placing waxed cut copper stairs in these locations with spruce stairs on either side. From here, we will place in 1 cut copper stair in this location with spruce stairs on the sides of it. Following that, we will place in a row of spruce planks. Now place a copper stair in this location with spruce stairs on either side. Place in 2 rows of spruce planks on top. Then we will have 3 copper stairs with 2 spruce stairs on either side. Repeat the same process for the other side. Now swing underneath the roof and place in spruce stairs in these locations. And on the other side. Now we will use the spruce shelf and outline these blocks here. Wrap it to the front. Same on the other side. Wrap it around. And then we will place them in those locations and place 2 in the front in those locations. So now our roof should look something like this. Now moving inside of the castle, we will work on the central stairs. Place in stone brick stairs in these locations, going down the staircase. Also place stairs here. And place stairs here. Now place stone slabs in these locations. Now let's add some detail with stone bricks. Place a line of stone bricks across the top. Underneath the stair block, we will place in stone brick, to the right, stone brick. Underneath the stair block on the left side, we will place in a stone brick, and then to the left, a stone brick. Going down 2 blocks from this one, we will replace those with stone bricks. And then on the other side from this block going down 2, we will replace those with stone bricks. In the center, we will replace the 2 center blocks with stone bricks. The central stairs are now complete. Let's continue to add detailing to the castle with stone bricks. Starting with this wall on the left, we are going to break out these 2 blocks on the side and place in stone bricks. Moving up by 2 blocks, we will do stone bricks, and by 2 blocks here, stone bricks. Counting in by 2, we are going to break the center 2 blocks on the bottom and replace those with stone bricks. Now from this block, move 2 blocks to the right and 1 block up and replace that with a stone brick. Then count 1 down from there and replace that with a stone brick. From this block, count over by 2, replace that with a stone brick, down by 1, and then replace it with a stone brick. You should have a pattern that looks something like this. We're going to continue the stone bricks in these locations and also in this location. Continuing our stone bricks, we are going to place them on either side at the bottom and then 2 blocks separating them, moving up the tower. Do the same on the other side. Moving to this side, we are going to replace this block with a stone brick and then move into the center here, up by 2, replace this one, replace this block with a stone brick as well. Now we will move over by 2, break 2, over 2, break 2, over 2, break 2, over 2, break 2, along the bottom. On the side here, we are going to place in a stone brick here, up by 2, stone brick. Now we will go over by 2 and up and place in a stone brick in this location. Skip 1 and go down, over by 2. Skip 1 and go down, over by 2. Skip and go down, over by 2. Skip 1, go down, over by 2. Skip and go down. Now let's move to Tower 2. We will replace these blocks as well with stone bricks, move up by 2, and we will do the same treatment with this tower. Go up by 2, do that on every side. Now that Tower 2 is complete, we will move on to the back wall. And we will go over by 2 and break 2, over 2, break 2, over 2, break 2, over 2, break 2, over 2, break 1, and replace this block. Then we will go up by 2, replace, and move on to this side. Replace this block with a stone brick stair, up by 2, and replace this one. We will now go over by 2 and up by 1, and then skip 1, and do the same treatment we did on the other wall, over by 2, skip 1 down, 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 until we have something that looks like this. We will continue this treatment on the wall, going up by 2 and replacing it with a stone brick. Only on the tower, not on the wall. Now continuing on Tower 3, we will do the same treatment. Stone bricks every 2. Do that on every side. Now that Tower 3 is complete, move on to the other side wall. From the bottom brick stair, we will go over by 2 and break 2, over 2, break 2, over 2, break 2, over 2, break 2. Break this block and replace it with a stone brick. Then we're going to go up by 2 and break. And then from this block, we will go over by 2, up by 1 and break it. And then skip 1. Do the same treatment that we've done on the other walls. Until you have a wall that looks something like this. Now let's move to Tower 4. On Tower 4, we will replace these bottom blocks with stone bricks going around. And then up by 2. Do that on every side. Now that you've done that on every side, we are going to count into the middle and go down by 1 and replace that with a stone brick. Do that on every side. The side with the wall, we can only do that once. The side with this wall, we can also only do that once. Don't forget to add the detail to this side. Let's do the final wall. Now we need to complete the detailing on the inside, starting with these blocks here. And on Tower 2, we'll do it to these blocks as well. Now let's fix up Tower 3. And now our basic stone brick detailing is complete. Now let's complete Tower 1, starting with the roof. To begin the roof construction, place a ring of cut copper blocks around the top. After that is complete, go underneath and place cut copper stairs in these locations. Once that's complete, take cut copper slabs and place them in these locations. Now we're ready to start constructing the top of the roof. Starting from this center block, we are going to go up by 2 blocks, place in a temporary block, up by 2 blocks, place in a temporary block, up by 2 blocks, a temporary block, another 2 blocks, a temporary block, and then 3 blocks. And this should be the center of the tower. We can now break our temporary blocks. We will do the same on each side. 2 blocks, temporary, 2 blocks, temporary block, 2, temporary block, 2. Do the same on each side. Now let's place in some stairs going down the current structure. Now we will place in stairs in these locations on each side. Now we will place in stairs in these locations. On the four corners of this tower, in between the stairs, we will place in 2 blocks and then a slab. Do that on all four sides. On these sides, we will place in 3 blocks and then a stair. Now coming off of this slab, we are going to place 2 blocks and then a stair facing inward, 2 blocks and a stair facing inward, and do that on every side. At this point, we are going to place a block in the middle of those two stairs and then go up by 2 blocks and place in a slab. And do the same on every side. 3 blocks and a slab. And the roof is complete. Now let's build a flag for the top of the tower. Place in 6 spruce fences on top of the tower with a flower pot on top. Coming down by 1 block, place in 2 blocks of granite with 2 temporary blocks. On the side, do 2 more blocks of granite with a stair and a slab. Coming back to the front, place in a block of granite with a stair and then a temporary block and 2 slabs. Remove our temporary blocks and we have a flag. Place in 2 spruce buttons in these locations to prevent spawns. Let's finish up Tower 1 by adding in windows and the final details. On the front face of the tower, we are going to break these 3 blocks, move to the inside, place in a temporary trapdoor, and then 3 trapdoors and close them. Here we will place in 3 pale fences. On this bottom block, place in a spruce stair with 2 spruce trapdoors on either side. On each side of the window, place in spruce shelves. On the inside of the tower, break these 2 blocks where the wall is and place in a spruce door in this location with a stone brick stair on the top. On the outer side of the tower, place in another window. On the last side of the tower, place in another spruce door. Change out this block to a stone brick stair. Now that the windows and doors are complete, let's move to the edges and place in some stone brick walls in these locations. Now that we've done that, we will place in 2 andesite walls on top of each of those. Following that, we will do 1 stone brick wall. Now we will continue the pattern all the way up the tower. Tower number 1 is complete. Let's move on to the second tower. Starting with the roof, we are going to place a ring of copper blocks around the top of the tower. Now go underneath the ring and place in copper stairs in these locations. Let's get the cut copper slabs and place them here. Now let's build the roof up. Starting with this center block, we will go up by 3 blocks, place in a temporary block, go up by 3, temporary block, 3 blocks, temporary block, 2 blocks, a temporary block, 2 blocks, and a temporary block, and then 3 blocks. And this should be the center of the tower. Now we're going to do the same thing on each side. Now that we've done that, we can break the temporary blocks. Now place in another ring of copper blocks, tracing the outline we have placed before. Now let's add in some stairs. Starting at the top, we'll go down each of the structures. Now we'll place in stairs in these locations. On the corner blocks, we will place in 2 blocks and a slab with stairs facing into this block. Do that on all 4 sides. For this next part, we will remember 1, 2, 3, and a stair. Coming off of this stair, we are going to place in 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and then a stair facing the side. We will do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and a stair. Now coming off of this stair, we will place in 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then a stair facing inward. On the other side, we will do the same. 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then a stair. From this stair, we are going to place in 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3 blocks, and a stair. And then on the other side, we are going to place in 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then a stair. From here, we are going to do 2 blocks and then a slab. And on the other side, we will do 2 blocks and a slab. We are now going to repeat this process on all of the sides. Now that that's complete, we will continue the 1, 2, 3, and a stair theme, starting with the back of this stair. On the side of this block, we will place in 1, 2, 3, and then a stair on top. And on this side, on the side of this block, we will do 1, 2, 3, and then a stair on top. To fill in this gap, we will place in a temporary block and then 1, 2, 3 blocks and a slab. We will repeat this process on the other sides. Coming off of this block, we will place in 1, 2, 3, and a stair. Other side, 1, 2, 3, and a stair. Now to fill in this gap, we will place in a temporary block with 3 blocks and then a slab. Now it's time to put on the flag. Starting at the top of the tower, we will place in 6 spruce fences with a flower pot on top. Coming down 1 block, we will place in 2 blocks with a temporary block. And then on the side, we will do 2 granite blocks with a stair and a slab on top. Coming back to the front, we will place in a granite block with a stair and then a temporary block with 2 slabs coming off of the side, and we can break our temporary blocks. We will place in spruce buttons in these locations to prevent spawns. Let's do the windows and doors. Windows will be the same as in Tower 1, so we will break out these 3 blocks, place in a temporary trapdoor for the backing of the windows, 3 trapdoors, 3 pale oak fences. On the bottom, we will do an upside down spruce stair, 2 trapdoors on either side, and spruce shelves on the side. Feel free to put a flower pot with a flower on it. Let's add a window to the other side. Let's add windows to all the sides. Let's put a door in down here. Might want to put a torch in here. Let's swap out this block for a stone brick. We'll put a door here as well. Let's add the detail with the stone brick walls and the andesite walls. We will place in 3 stone brick walls in these locations with 2 andesite walls coming off the top, and then another line of stone brick walls with 2 andesite walls coming off the top of that, and then another line of 3 stone brick walls with 2 andesite walls coming off the top, and then another line of 3 stone brick walls, and to finish it off, 1 more stone brick wall in this location. We are going to do the same on all the sides. Here, since we have the wall intersecting, we are not going to worry about this top part. We are only going to place in 2 andesite walls and a stone brick wall here. And then starting down here, we will place in 2 stone brick walls and then 2 andesite walls coming off of the top. Repeat the pattern. And then we will place another stone brick wall here. And tower number 2 is now complete. Now let's begin the work on tower 3. Starting with the roof, we will do like we did on the other towers and do a ring of copper around the top. Now place another ring of copper underneath that. Once that's complete, place in blocks in these locations. Now that we have those blocks in place, we can place in some stairs. Place in stairs in these locations. And on either side. The bottom part of the tower is now complete. We can start building the tower up. Starting with this center stone block, we will go up by 4 blocks. And then place a temporary block. Another 4 blocks. And then a temporary block. Another 4 blocks. And a temporary block, and then 4 more blocks. And that should be the center of the tower. We are going to do that on all other sides. Now we can break the temporary blocks. Place in 4 copper blocks in front of these pillars. Now we will add stairs to the initial structure, placing stairs at the top and every opportunity on the way down. We will also place stairs on the sides. Now that we have those stairs in place, we can add some slabs. Place slabs on the diagonal blocks here. Let's continue building up the roof. On the side of this stair block, we will place in 2 blocks and then a stair. Swinging to the other side. On the side of this stair block, we will do 2 blocks and then a stair. Do that on every side. Now go to the side of this stair block and place in 3 blocks and then a stair. Do the same on the other side. On the side of this stair, we will do 3 blocks and then a stair. Repeat that on all the sides. Now that we have that complete, we will fill in the gaps. On the side of these slabs, or on top of this stone brick block, we will place in 3 blocks and then a slab. Do that on all 4 sides. Now we will fill in this gap. For this gap, we will use 3 blocks and a slab. Now it's time to install the flag. Starting at the top of the tower, we are going to place in 6 spruce fences with a flower pot on top. Coming down 1 block, we will place in 2 blocks and then 2 temporary blocks with 2 granite blocks on the side. On top of those granite blocks, we will place in a stair and a slab. Coming back to the front of our temporary block, we will place in a block of granite and then a granite stair and a temporary block on the side of the stair, followed by 2 slabs. Break the temporary blocks, place in 2 buttons in these locations to prevent spawns, and our flag is complete. It is now time for us to install the windows. Starting with the block between these two stairs, we will break 3 blocks down, place in the dark oak trapdoors, 3 pale oak fences, and then on the sides here, we'll do 2 shelves, spruce stairs, 2 trapdoors, and don't forget about the flower pot. We will now add windows in this location, this location, this location, and this location. For these lower windows, we will place in 3 shelves on either side. And it should look something like this. On top of these windows, we will place in 2 stone brick slabs and a stone brick stair in the center. We will now add in a couple spruce doors. We will add a spruce door in this location. We will add a spruce door in this location. Our last step to finish up this tower is adding in our wall accents. Starting at the bottom, we will place in 2 stone brick walls followed by 2 andesite walls. And we will continue that pattern all the way up. Now do that on all of the sides. And tower number 3 is now complete. Now let's begin working on our 4th and final tower. On the front panel of the tower here at the very top, we are going to place in stairs on every other block. Do that on all 4 sides. Now we are going to place in stairs in these locations and a slab in the corner. Do that on all the sides. At this point, we are going to place a stone brick block on top of all of these stairs and create a ring. Now we'll place in some stairs in these locations on either side of these 5 stone brick blocks. We'll do that on each side. And now we will place in stairs in these locations. Now we will place in stairs on top. On the corners, we will place them with the lower part of the stairs facing the corner. At this point, we will place in a stair facing this direction, another stair facing back at it, and then a stair back to back. Do that on the other side. Stair, a stair facing that one, and then a stair back to back. We will now do that on all of the sides. Stair, facing it, back to back. Stair, facing it, back to back. Now let's install a floor at the top. At the top here, we will connect these stone brick pillars together with more stone bricks. And then we will fill in the inside with spruce planks. And you might want to put a lantern in the middle. Now we can add in some stone bricks for easy viewing. Let's add in some andesite texturing. At the top here, break out these two blocks and replace them with andesite. Do the same on the other side of the stone brick stair. Now on the top and the bottom of this stone brick, we will place in 2 blocks of andesite. At the top, a block of andesite. On the bottom, a block of andesite. We are going to do the same on all 4 sides. Now let's add in a couple spruce doors. We will add a spruce door in this location. Change out this block for a stone brick stair. We will add a door in this location. And switch out this top block for a stone brick stair. And with that, tower number 4 is now complete. Now let's do the tops of the walls around the outside. Place in polished andesite stairs starting in this location and then every other block. From here, we are going to place polished andesite on top. And now we will place polished andesite stairs in between the polished andesite blocks. From here, we will place polished andesite slabs in front of the polished andesite blocks. Moving up to this level, on top of the polished andesite block, we will place a spruce fence gate. Next to each spruce fence gate, place a polished andesite block. Now we'll place in polished andesite stairs on those blocks. From here, we'll place andesite walls on top of those polished andesite blocks. Now we'll place in polished andesite slabs on top of the stairs. And now we'll take andesite stairs and place them in these locations. Now we'll add in a touch of andesite texturing. In between the 2 polished andesite stairs, replace the 2 stone blocks with andesite. Take your andesite stairs and switch out this block with andesite. And replace this stair. Now replace this slab with an andesite slab. Let's give the other side of this wall the same treatment. On this block, we will place a polished andesite block. And a polished andesite block here. Place in the andesite walls. And now the slabs. And the andesite stairs. And now some andesite texturing. Follow along. Let's continue to the other wall. We will now do the same build process on this section. Make sure you skip this block before placing the first stair. Now let's add in some andesite texturing. Now we can move to the inner side of this section. Repeat the same build process in this section. Place in a polished andesite block here and here. Now we'll add in some andesite texturing to this side. Now we'll move on to the wall between Tower 1 and Tower 2. Starting on the outside of the tower, we will skip one block and start placing polished andesite stairs here. Let's add in the andesite texturing. Feel free to add in a small amount of andesite texturing of your own. Once you're satisfied, let's move on to the inside of this section. We will repeat the same build process on this side. To navigate this window, we will place a polished andesite block in this location with a polished andesite stair on top. Now let's build up the wall. Play around with your own andesite texturing. Once you're satisfied, we'll move on to the wall between the second tower and the third tower. As we begin building on the exterior of this wall, we need to remember to skip this block before we place the first polished andesite stair. Now we'll add in the andesite texturing. Once you're satisfied, we can move to the inside of this section. Let's repeat the same build process on this section. To navigate this window, we will place a polished andesite block here with a polished andesite stair on top. Now let's add in the andesite texturing. Once you're satisfied, we can move on to the wall between the third tower and the fourth tower. We will do the same build process on this side. We will not place an andesite wall here because of this trapdoor. Continue by placing the slabs. Now we'll add in the andesite texturing. Once you're satisfied, we can move on to the inside of this section. We will repeat the same build process on this section. We will not place a wall on this block because of this trapdoor. Continue by placing the slabs. Add in your own andesite texturing. And now all of the exterior walls are complete. Now it's time to add some ladders, trapdoors, and floors to the inside of our towers and around the walls to make it accessible. Walking in through the entrance here, we can place ladders in this location and in this location to give the player access. Now, if we go into Tower 4, we don't have a floor. To fix that, we will place a ring of stone bricks around the outside of the inside of this tower. And then we will fill in the rest with spruce planks. Hang lanterns in the corners to provide light. To provide a way down to the lower level, we can break this block, place in a spruce trapdoor, open it, and place in a ladder system. Let's hang some lanterns to provide some light. Now let's fix up the floor. You could put whatever you want down here. A nether portal, storage, a bedroom, a farm. Let's go into Tower 1. Place in a ring of stone bricks. Fill in the rest with spruce planks. Here, we can use chains to hang lanterns at different heights in the ceiling. If you'd like, you can leave the trapdoors to take a peek when you want, or you can just get rid of them to always have a view. To get down to the bottom level, we can break this block, place in a spruce trapdoor, and place in a ladder. Let's hang some lanterns to provide some light. Fixing up the floor, we'll place in a ring of stone bricks. And we'll replace this grass with spruce planks. Now let's move into the third tower. We'll place a ring of stone bricks around the inside. Because of this dark oak trapdoor, we will place a line of stone bricks here and a line of stone bricks here. Use chains to hang lanterns from the ceiling. Once you're satisfied with your lanterns, we can move on. Now we'll do the inside of tower number 2 on the bottom floor. Now place in the spruce planks. Hang lanterns at differing heights from the ceiling. Once you are satisfied with the lighting, we can move on. Let's add in one more spruce door here. Now that we have that complete, the next step is to build whatever we want to build on the inside. I'm going to build a marketplace with a lovely fountain and a little garden. To build up the marketplace, we will start on the wall between the first tower and the second tower. Counting 3 blocks from the bottom and 1 block over from the tower, we will place in a piece of magenta wool. Next to the magenta wool, we will place in white wool and then magenta wool again. Underneath this line, place in 3 magenta wool. From here, we'll place in 3 white wool, and then 1 more white wool here. Place in 2 more magenta wool on either side. Break this wool block and place in a pale oak trapdoor. Get your soul lantern and place it on the inside. Now we will take the spruce fences and place them on either side of the tent. On the back wall, place in 3 barrels. Above the barrels, place in oak shelves. You can use the shelves to display the items in the barrels. The first market stand is now in place. We will build up 3 more market stands on this wall using blue wool, red wool, and yellow wool. Now that we have all 4 stalls in place, we will connect them at the top using hanging spruce signs. Now we will add market stalls to the opposite wall. Now on the opposite wall here, we will make stalls out of orange wool, pink wool, light blue wool, and lime wool. We will start 3 blocks up from the floor and 1 block over from this tower. Continue with the rest of the market stalls on this wall. Now we have these 4 market stalls in place. Let's turn our attention to the back wall, where we'll build up a tent for the monarch. To build the tent for the monarch, we will count up 3 blocks from the ground and 5 blocks from tower number 2. From here, this is going to be 2 blocks of purple, 1 more purple wool, and then we'll do a purple wool, a white wool, and a purple wool. 1 purple coming down, and then 2 purple wool here. Now we'll get out our banners and place purple banners in these locations. And now a strip of white banners. Fill in the rest with purple banners. Now place in a line of white wool. Now we'll place 1 line of white wool here and purple wool on the other blocks. Break out this wool block and place in a pale oak trapdoor. Also break out this wool block and place in a pale oak trapdoor. Place soul lanterns underneath. From here, we'll place in spruce fences on the ends. And place in spruce fences in these locations. Now place in purple banners on the purple wool. Now we'll give the monarch a seat. In the middle of the tent, place down spruce stairs, and then spruce stairs facing into that. On top of these stairs, we'll place a line of spruce shelves. And then 1 more on top of here. The monarch's tent is now complete. Now that we have all of the market tents in place and the monarch's tent, we can install the fountain. Count 7 blocks from this spruce stair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And break this block. Place in a polished andesite stair. Now break out these blocks in this pattern. Now we will break out these blocks. Place in smooth andesite stairs in these locations. Place in polished andesite blocks in these locations. Now we can place in andesite blocks in these locations. Place in 3 andesite walls in the center with an end rod. If you don't have an end rod, you can use iron bars or pale oak fence. Fill in the water on the bottom. Use the water from the bottom to waterlog the stairs. Now waterlog the end rod. Your fountain is now complete. Now we can add in our garden. Coming off of this block, we will skip a block and then place in 2 azalea bushes. Place in 2 azalea bushes coming off of this block as well. Do the same on all 4 sides. From the corners, place in a pink tulip. From the pink tulip, we will place in more azalea bushes in this pattern. Place pink tulips in the corners on the other side of the design. Now place peonies in the center. Now we will take out the pink petals and put in 4 pink petals in this location and 3 pink petals in this location. On this side, we will also put in 4 pink petals in this location and 3 pink petals in this location. At the entrance, we'll put in 1 pink petal here and 1 pink petal here. We will do the same on every side. Now place in a few more pink petals sporadically. Now our garden is complete. Let's add in a little bit of coarse dirt and pathwork. Let's use gravel to make a slightly haphazard pattern around the garden. Now that our gravel is in place, we'll use coarse dirt around the gravel and around the edges of the wall to provide a little bit of texture to the grass on the floor. I'm going to focus a lot of coarse dirt around the edges of the walls. Now that the coarse dirt is in place, let's go through the inside with roses, oak leaves, and some bone meal to help blend in the walls to the environment. Now the inside of the castle is complete. Let's take some oak leaves and bone meal around the outside walls to help blend it into the surroundings. Now that we have all of the bushes and bone meal around the outside walls, the castle is feeling more in place in its surroundings. Behold the greatness that is our fantasy castle. Congratulations! We did it! For more building tutorials, make sure you like and subscribe. What should we build next? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye!